First of all, I'd like to start off by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to teachers and elders, apostles of Great Millstone, and to likewise brothers out there putting on this truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep, and you brothers and sisters tuning in. Shalom. And today, Esau, you know how it is. We're going to go into the so-called white man, you Edomites out there. Okay, letting you know that what's coming for you is non-negotiable. Let's start off with the book of Psalms 10 and verse 8. And it reads, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places, though he murdered the innocent. Who the innocent? Us, so-called blacks, the Americans, and Latinos. His eyes are privy set against the poor. He lied in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lied in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him in his net. And this net is more than just putting Jakes to death, physically, on a physical level. Those net includes the mind that he captures right now. Right now, you have basically 2 more days, okay, of this abomination on what they call Pride Month here in the month of June, okay? And you have millions of ignorant, lawless, abase-minded Jakes accepting this sodomite agenda that this wicked, doggone man is putting here on this earth. And particularly, he's trying to ruin those, okay, who are part of the tribe of Israel, okay, Yashra, so-called blacks, the Americans, and Latinos. And it says, he croucheth and humbled himself that the poor may fall by strong ones. He had said in his heart, God had forgotten. He had hidden his face. He would never see it. We get news for you, Esau. Yahweh Shemashai does see it. When you look into the book of Isaiah 3 and 9, okay, and that thing that you catch, okay, Jake's ignorant, lawless, abase-minded Jakes in their net, okay, pursuing Isaiah 3 and 9, to show if their countenance of witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom, which this place is known as spiritual Sodom in Egypt, and they hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves, which is exactly what Yahweh Shemashai is going to bring onto these 2/3, because what? This is what you, Esau, so-called white man, okay, has been able to snare Jacob into this false sense of security, into this false sense of belief, okay, that who the world ignorantly called God and Jesus is going to accept, okay, the ways of the most abased creation on this earth, which is Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man. You doggone Edomites out there, okay? So you have millions, okay, from the tribe of Israel that's participating in this, okay? And this is what's going to cause them to be damned, okay? They're going to be destroyed. Let's go into the book of Jeremiah, because you think that the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, don't see, or he has forgotten all the things and atrocities and the crimes and the murders, rape and the pillaging that you've done to the children of Israel. Okay, but he hasn't. We're going to the book of Jeremiah, because what he has set up right now is man to give you that warning, okay, to blow that trumpet. But it's also to warn our people, okay, and also to make sure that the hopefully elect of Yashra Israel, okay, also called blacks and Americans, Latino, the 1/3, okay, is never going to fall into those snares and those traps. This is the book of Jeremiah 16 and 16. It reads, behold, I will send many fishers, said the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, and they shall fish them. And after will I send many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rock. Interesting enough, in that last sentence, the last part of that sentence, it talks about hunting you out of every holes of the rock, because we know that you're a caveman, okay? A caveman has been exalted for the last, 700, 800 years, okay, with your little technology, the sword that you were blessed with from Isaac, okay, to do what? Create chaos and other wickedness. And we know that you are the left, okay, the left hand of the Lord Yahweh Shemashai to do exactly what you're doing. But still, we go, then we blow the trumpet, we sigh and we cry, because we are here in this physical flesh, okay, taking the abuse and the oppression, okay, from you, okay? And this is why we're letting you know that the Lord Yahweh Shemashai is not forgotten. He sees everything you do. And we're going to continue, okay, to plead to the Lord Yahweh Shemashai to do what? Give recompense to you exactly the way that you have said in your heart that you're going to give vengeance on us, okay? Pursuant to Genesis 27 and 41, when Esau said when that time comes, he's going to do what? Slay the tribe of Israel, okay? And you are sticking to your words with that. Let's go into the book of Revelations, chapter 13, because you are sentenced, Esau. The sentence, okay, and the judgments is being read on your ass right now as we speak. okay? And you think that you're going to bypass it with this reset, okay? Somehow you think you're going to bypass it with your special technology that's going to be able to basically read the minds, have the souls of people, make the whole entire earth bow down to you, which we know that you're never going to get the elect. But here's your sentence, Revelations 13 and 10. And it reads, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must, it didn't say should, it said must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and faith of the saints, and we are the saints. And we have that patience. That's why we enjoy blowing this trumpet every day. We enjoy coming out every calamity that takes place here in great Babylon, America, and even on this earth. Okay, we give all glory and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahshai because we know that He's hearing our prayers. So you're gonna go, okay, in a hardcore slavery. There's not gonna be any good behavior. There's not gonna be any timeout. There's not gonna be any apologies. You don't have any word to say about how sorry you were for nearly 1,000 years of slaughtering the innocent. Mm-mm. You are basically sentenced to death, plain and simple. But before that death sentence is carried out, you're going to serve hardcore labor. Get used to it, okay? So since you have lied all those times that you were the Egyptians and you were the Israelites and, you walked through the desert and all that stuff, we're going to see just how beautiful those tan bodies, those little red, pink bodies of yours is going to be in the hot sun, okay? As you clean up the dead bodies, okay? And as you work and toil and change and take those weapons of destruction that you've created, okay, and turn those into hooks and prongs, okay, you are going to have a very, very tough sentence before that death execution is carried out, Esau. Okay, you Edomites, the so-called white man. And when I mean the so-called white man, I'm talking about Amalek, all you damn doggone demons out there. Okay, men, women, and children. Okay, it's not coming from me. It's in the scripture. We went through it. So you man up or woman up, whatever the hell you want to call yourself nowadays, because you don't even identify male and female anymore. Let's go into the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, because you're probably saying, well, where do you man get the authority from? Well, you already know where we got the authority from. We got the authority from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh. Okay, we are the herald of the Malak who's coming back. And this is the reason why you're putting out there, about alien sightings and all that stuff like that. You know exactly, okay, what's going on. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon 5, chapter down verse 1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, which is you, the so-called white man. And we are those men that stand up in great boldness. We don't hide our face. We go on the highway and the Bible is commanded, okay? We don't take no speakers with us, no props. All we do is we go out there and using our manly voice, we proclaim this gospel and let you know that you're going to be destroyed. And it says, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. This includes you 2/3 that is associated with this weak, sick, demented, decrepit abomination known as Esau, the so-called white man. And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. Our salvation is going to be in grand style when those chariots return. And while it's going to be fearsome, okay, it's going to be the redemption of us. And the whole world will see it. The whole world will see us taken out of here, okay? Lord willing, as part of the hopefully left. So far beyond all that they look for, and they're repenting and groaning for anguish of spiritual state within themselves. This was he whom we had sometimes in the vision, and the proverb and the reproach. Yeah, we could spend all day talking about all the proverbs and reproach, okay, that y'all have against us, okay? And yeah, you 2/3, you're not innocent, okay? But this is going into the so-called white man, Esau the Edomite, okay, our oppressor, these Amalekites, okay, who have everything under their fingertips right now, doing exactly what the Lord Yahweh Shemashai has ordered them to do, which is what? Create chaos on this earth. And it says, we fools account his life madness and his end to be without honor. Of course, why would anyone want to go there and stand up week in, week out, spend 2, 3, 4 hours prepping up a lesson every day? In some cases like that, depending what kind of video you do, you can spend up to 8 hours prepping up a lesson, okay? 7 days a week, going out there for 2, 3 hours, okay? Dedicating yourself, taking yourself out of this wicked queendom, okay? These people are having a great time out there, Okay? So they're looking at what we do as madness, including these Edomites who look and go, what the hell are you talking about? Who the hell are you to speak against us? We're the top dogs on this earth. And you weak ass shakes, you two-third Negroes, Native Americans, and Latinos, okay, who are bona fide fools, okay, going with this man, siding with this man, who's bringing you only one thing, death. You look at us the same way too. And it says, how is he numbered among the children of God and his Lord is among the saints? Well, there's an order here. Starting with the apostles, elders, teachers of great millstone, and likewise brothers, bringing out this truth. And in order. We only don't speak it, we walk it, we live it. Okay? And we're not missing a damn thing in the world. But we're letting you know, okay, that when you see us taken away from those chariots, that's just only the beginning of your sorrows to come. I already mentioned to you that you have to go into captivity. This is what the Lord Yahweh Shai has said. You have to be judged with the sword. We go into the book of 1 Corinthians 15 and verse 52, it reads, Salakia with verse 51, it reads, behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in a twinkling of an eye at the last trumpet. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. What is corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So now you see those images in the back of me. We don't exactly know how we're going to look, but I can guarantee you, we're not going to be 5'2", 5'5", sick, broken back, knees, cap. I could go on with the list and list of all the afflictions that we facing right now in these weak ass bodies. Okay, but the job has to be done. But see, here's part of that redemption is going to be what? That reward, incorruptibility, immortality, and with that begins your nightmare, Esau. For those of you, those nations out there that believe that somehow, somehow, this Crocomite, this Edomite man, Esau, the so-called white man, is going to figure himself out, his way out of it, the way he does in all his movies, the way he's got all you people on this earth traumatized or fooled by his bullshit on the TV. Well, let's go on. Let's talk about exactly how this is going to be, because see, this is going to be what? This is going to be submission, complete and utter submission. All you other 16 nations out there that has followed this man, all of you have sat on the UN Council, World Health Organization, WEF, all of you thought that you're so clever that somehow you was going to get the chosen elect of Yasharala, us so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos, the 130 elect. Now, this is the book of Ecclesiastes. Salakia, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, starting verse 19, and reads, the portion of Jacob is not like them, for he's the form of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shemashai, is his name. Okay, war. Now here's what he's going to do after our body's been transformed, changed in a twinkling of an eye. Thou art my battle axe of weapons of war, for with thee I will break in pieces the nations. So there goes your protection from the so-called white man. By this time, he's already decimated. He's down. He's out. We've already hunted him. He's captured. He's in slavery. The base of man. He's no longer exalted anymore. And with thee will I destroy kingdoms. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider. And with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman. And with thee will I break in pieces old and young. And with thee I will break in pieces the young man and the maid. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, and with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen, and with thee will I break in pieces the captain and rulers. So as I'm going to show you, this is non-negotiable, okay? That is what you are dealing with, Esau, when you see the man on the highway in the Bible blowing that trumpet. So right now is a good time for you to live it up. All you Crocamites or the Edomites or the so-called white people, all you other silly nations that are following these people, okay, into the lake of fire, and you two-thirds weak, effeminate, piece of crap, traitors, go ahead and continue to follow the base of creation, which is Esau the Edomite, the so-called white man, the most useless piece of crap on this earth, who will be vanquished out of existence once the Lord Yahweh Shemai Shai has taken him out of power and his 1,000-year sentence has been has been completed, and he will be executed out of life and out of existence. Lord willing, you will edify, let the close by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors that teachers, elders, and apostles of Great Millstone. Likewise, brothers of the footnote the truth, faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep, and to you, brothers and sisters tuning in. Shalom.